This is just a brief thought for you. I just thought I'd share this with you in this moment as it dawns in my spirit that in spite of the clouds, the sun is still shining. Sometimes we see the clouds and we get worried because the day looks gloomy and our plans look like they're being altered. But I just want to remind you that the sun is always shining. The sun is always shining in spite of the clouds as you see them appear. Never forget that. Sometimes the day is so dark and we look at our own lives as we journey through life and as we face challenges and as things look darker and darker, sometimes we become despair and despondent because the clouds seem like they're not going away. But I just want to remind you in this thought for you that in spite of the clouds, the sun is always shining. And in just one brief moment, that dark cloud can dissipate, and here comes the sun shining through. So, although your sky may be overcast, although your surrounding looks dark, don't forget this one thing: the sun is always shining. Keep your eyes on your prize. Keep your eyes on your hopes and your dreams. Even though the clouds are gathered, sometimes they're darker than you imagine, but the sun behind that is still shining. What are your hopes? What are your dreams? What have you been waiting and hoping for? How long have you been in an atmosphere that appears dark and gloomy? Here is a reminder: the sun is always shining, and it is also cycling, right? Even if the night is present, in just a moment, the sun comes through again. And as we're reminded in the scriptures, weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Take hope and solace in this one thought. If you get this one thought, because this is a thought for you, and I want you to position yourself strategically and keep your minds and your thoughts open that it may look dark right now. It may look gloomy. The clouds may have gathered, ominous clouds. But this one reminder: behind that frowning providence, there hides a smiling face. Behind that dark cloud, the sun is still shining. So, in spite of that, keep your hopes alive because in one brief moment, the cloud could move, and here comes the glory of the sun that you so desperately wait and hope for. What is your hope? What is your dream? What are you waiting for, looking for? Don't give up on your dreams. Don't get discouraged. Don't pull back because the clouds are gathered. The sun is always shining. And in a moment, it can come through for you. You believe that? That's my thought for you. I don't know who might be at a point in their life right now where they're saying, God, when? Just an east wind. And I like that thought. When the children of Israel came to the Red Sea and thought they're going to drown by the Red Sea, are the enemies going to catch them? God just told Moses, stretch forth your hand with your rod. And then the Bible said that God caused an east wind to blow, and it blew all night. In the scriptures, the word for wind is the word ruach and pneuma in the Old and the New Testament. It is also the same word for spirit, life. So my thinking in that just when they thought they're going to die by the Red Sea, God caused the spirit to move, the east wind, and it blew all night, and it brought the power of God to part the seas. That east wind could be blowing right now on your behalf and could move your cloud away and your sun come shining through. Never give up, because in that moment, God might just be ready to cause the east wind to blow on your behalf and bring you life and hope and victory and power and strength and direction and provision and healing and protection and covering and grace. In spite of the clouds, the sun is always shining. Keep looking, because your cloud could be moving right now. That's my thought for you. Share that with your friends, because somebody might need a reminder that the cloud is not permanent. The sun is still shining.